Hey guys, it's Crash, and it's Season 4 of the Masters with the Edmonton Oilers. Last year, we made it to the second round. We got defeated by the San Jose Sharks in 6 after we beat the Calgary Flames in 6. That was Season 3. This is Season 4. Now, due to some technical issues, I've actually gone through the draft. I've gone through free agency. I haven't changed anything, but let's take a look at the lineup and I'll tell you how we got here. Gambrel, who we got in free agency. He's going to play with Kotkaniemi and Tkachuk to start. Alexander Ovechkin was on this squad last year. Eriksson Ek was not. We got him in free agency. He is on a +3 line with Ovechkin and Konechny, who was on last year's squad. Wheeler moves down to the third line with Oliveira and Prusek. Now, if you're not familiar with Matej Prusek, he's a franchise medium. We did get the first overall pick through trade. I can't remember who we traded other than Brendan Gallagher. I can't remember who the first guy was. I will put it right here. I'm going to put his name right here when I edit this video. And the 20th overall pick. We got a franchise medium forward. It's going to be fantastic. Sam Bennett, we got in free agency. Kufner and Kara are guys that are coming back from last season. On defense, Sanheim and Clefbaum, Barry and Butcher. Gardner, we got in free agency. We brought him back for some reason. And Victor Mete are our defense. And in net, needs no introduction. It's Cat a Hat. I'm going to quickly take a look at our special teams here to get started, because this is not good. This will not work. I will not stand for this. Barry. Clefbaum? Clefbaum's going to be on the other line, though. No, he's not. He fits. Butcher doesn't fit. Does Mete fit? So here's what I'm asking myself. Does he fit? You can see the green check marks right above there. If they're green check marks, they fit on this line. Kufner doesn't belong here. Let's get... Is Tkachuk on the other line? He is. So we can't use him. And Ovechkin is as well. Oliveira, I think, was on that top line. Kotkaniemi was on the top line. Oliveira's on this line. Let's get Prusek in there. Let's see what the rookie can do. It's a 3. +3 is fine. +3 is fine. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. Let's go 4-man power play. Don't like this at all. Let's get Oliveira out there. Got Tkachuk, Ovechkin, Konechny. He doesn't really fit though. Konechny kind of does, but there's probably a better option in... Tkachuk's on that top line. Do we go with the rookie again? Do we give the rookie a shot? That's a +3. Does not like that. So let's put Konechny back in there for now. It's a -3. Gambrel we don't need on defense. We're going to put Mete in there. He fits. That's a -1. Butcher doesn't work. So we're going to put Clefbaum in there with him. And that's a +1. I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. Penalty kill. This is where I always get stuck. Gambrel works. Eriksson Ek does not work. So let's put Kahara. He's our grinder. Doesn't quite work. It's a -1. Barry and Gardner. Barry... It's a minus, but that's an X. I'd rather have a minus than an X. I'm assuming Butcher's on the top. But it's Sanheim, so let's put Butcher here. Sorry, I didn't see the Butcher on the other side. That's a -2. That's only a -1. Let's run with that for right now. I'm not a fan of the -1, but it's a lot better than a -3. Eriksson Ek doesn't work there. It's a -3. Mete's a green. Clefbaum's a red X. I might run Butcher the entire time if he's a green. He's not. Let's go Tyson Berry. We might be a little messed here. Might have some issues here. Do I have... It's Prusak's face-offs. It's a 78. That's not bad. If he fits there, I'm okay. He doesn't really fit there. So let's leave Eriksson Ek there. No, he was a red. There's Alavara. Now, if you know what's going to work better on special teams, put them in the comments. Let me know. Kufner, Sandheim. I'm going to leave that as is. That's a 0. I'm okay with that. 3-man penalty kill means we have 2 penalties. It's rare, but we're going to keep going there. So again, just to break it down here for those who have not played franchise before, you always want to have a playmaker, a sniper, a power forward. We've got Gambrel is a playmaker, Kotkaniemi is a sniper, Tkachuk is a power forward. Konechny is a playmaker, power forward Eriksson Ek, Ovechkin is a sniper. Why is it a difference between a +5 and a +3? Here's why. Bump the camera up a little bit here. You can see these lines below. Ovechkin works better on the first and second lines, but he's not great. You want that at about a 70-75%. I'm not putting him on the third or fourth line, but on the first and second line, he works okay. Eriksson Ek, same thing. Konechny really works on this second line. So between the 3 of them, one of the other things you want to look at as I bounce back down is Konechny. He's got 4 check marks. Eriksson Ek, he's got 3 check marks and a red, which only counts for 2 check marks. One of the red X's takes away one of the check marks. Same with Ovechkin. So we have 8 check marks. You need at least 10 check marks to get that +5. Gambrel's a 4. We've got a 3 with Kotkaniemi, and we've got a 4 with Tkachuk. That's 11. That's a +5. That's a great line. Same with Prusak. Same with Alavara. Same with Wheeler. That's 10. That's a +5 line. On defense, we'll get back to the forwards in just a sec. I just remembered something. But on defense, you want a defensive and an offensive player. Sandheim and Klefbom, they work on that line 1. You can't see. But if I move myself up here, line 1, line 1. The reason why Butcher and Barry are on the second line is because they play better on those second lines. Okay? The third line, I can't find a coach to work with these guys. And these lines here work specifically with the coach. Gardner could be a first line. We could put Mete on the first or second line, and those should work. But as it stands right now, the coach doesn't like 3 lines for some reason, and I can't change that. Let's go back to our offense, because we forgot about that 4th line. The 4th line works really well with Grinder. But again, these lineups. So Kahara works really good on the 4th line. Bennett and Kufner don't really work. So as the season goes on, that might be something that we're going to upgrade as we go. Our lineups are set. We've taken a look at our special teams. Our lines are 5-3-5s. You want to aim for those 3s. If you have a +1 or red, you got to change them. And changing the player type, there's really no problems with that as far as I'm concerned. Now, one of the things we could do, Gambrel is a center. We want to move him to left wing. Tkachuk is the left wing. Left wing, right wing doesn't make that much of a difference. And these guys are a +5. So I'm not sure I'm going to make that change. But I do want to see face-offs, which is the 78 under the 88, right behind the Crash Andrews logo there. The 78 on top is the face-offs. 81 for Kotkaniemi. We're leaving Kotkaniemi at center. We have got right wing, center, left wing, right wing, center, left wing, right wing, center, left wing. So Gambrel we could change, and I'm not going to risk it, so I am going to change him to a left wing. So to change these, which is allowed in the Masters Challenge, crashandrews.com/masters, we're going to go. He's an 83 overall. There he is. You go to edit player. You're not changing any of his stats. You're not changing any of his attributes, anything like that. You're asking him to take a different role on the team. And this center is going to go play left wing. We could change him to a playmaker, sniper, a grinder, anything like that here. Coaches ask players to take on different roles all the time. I'm not concerned about it. We're going to save that. Our roster is ready to go. One thing before we start up the season, we really don't need to make any changes. We do have players we could trade, which we're probably in good shape to do. I always assign my scouts, my professional scouts. You can take a little bit more time to do your amateur scouts, but I always send these guys out to take a look at teams so that when we actually want to see how they would fit the team, we get a better sense because they've already gone through and scouted these players. We've directed them to go take a look at these guys. I always do that before I make any moves because we want to make sure that we're getting the right players for the team. Like I said, we're going to look at fourth liners. We're going to need fourth liners on this squad. We're going to need to... I don't want to say that too early. If I have to make a move, I'm looking at my fourth liners. Let's put it that way, okay? And I always put duration the entire season. We want them always scouting these guys. I don't do AHL. I don't do WHL. I don't do juniors. I don't do any of that stuff. Anything else I need to show you before we go? Chemistry, we're going to be keeping our eyes on. We're going to sim to regular season because preseason does not matter. You'll notice too, I did trade Leon Draisaitl. I did trade Connor McDavid. We haven't won a Stanley Cup in 3 seasons. We needed to make changes. If we don't win a Stanley Cup this season, it's going to be the coach. Okay, so we're at 66 overall morale. We can go take a look and see who the issues are already, because we did drop 3%. And it's Kufner on the fourth line. He's disgruntled. He's being an issue. So he's going to be one of the first guys I look to move. In fact, actually, one of the tips that I'm going to show you here, let's go back and let's player search. By doing player search, we're going to put ourselves in a situation where we can actually find players a lot quicker. We're going to go third line check. Let's go fourth line. Because we need guys in that 79. Trade value is going to be low because the guy that we want to give up is a little bit low. We're going to hit R3. Corrali doesn't fit this squad based on the pro scout assessment. Forward line 1 for Gergensons. We want to find somebody bottom 6 or forward line 4 and with the 4 lines between the binoculars. All forward lines, Josh Williams. He's a 79 overall. He will work. We're going to try and trade for this asset. I'm going to move my screen down here. And Kufner's going to be what we dangle. Did I pass him? Probably not. His value is going to be low. He's right there. We're going to have to add a little bit to get the guy that we're looking for. I rarely use draft picks to draft. I use draft picks to trade. Close to equal, but not quite enough for them. So let's add a fourth. Rejected. Let's see if we can add another fourth into this and get them excited about this deal. No, it's going to need to be... It's going to have to be another third. I'm going to take away the other fourth. We're going to add a fourth. This is what you have to do to utilize all your assets here. Okay. Do we have another third? We do. Gonna add that to the trade. That's a lot. Not gonna lie. That's a lot to get a fourth line player. That is a ton. Whew. Okay. Let's take a look and see who they're trying to get rid of and if they work on our fourth line. Forward line 1, forward line 4. Let's try Janmark. Janmark should be easier to grab. We might be able to just get him for like a second or third. And we have the cap space to do it. Third and a fourth. There we go. The other guy was going to cost us way too much. So Janmark, we can insert him in. And if our scouts did their job, which they didn't, fantastic. We're going to make him a grinder. That's the one change I would love to see, is being able to trust your scouts more. And if you know how to do that, leave it in the comments. Let's go put Janmark as a grinder. That's why we brought him in. That may only be a +1 now that we're done. Now that we've made that move. But what we can also do, that affords us to do this. That was Kufner. That wasn't happy. We can send him down. Now he's not on the squad. Now he doesn't have anything to be unhappy about. Let's take a look at the lines, though. It's a +1. I'm not excited about it, but I'm not angry at it either. Our morale's back up to a 65. Let's get a couple months through here. See how the boys do. Gonna simulate through. Watch this run. We start off with a win against the Sharks. Back-to-back wins against the Sharks after beating them in the preseason as well. We don't get our first loss until Game 4 against the Detroit Red Wings, but back it up with a win against the Toronto Maple Leaf. Back-to-back losses against the Devils and the Wild. Another loss against Montreal. A little bit of a rough start, little rough patch in there as well, but we're up to 6-4-1 after a win against the Kings. Win against the Devils gets us to 6 wins. 7-8 against the Devils, I guess, would be our 7th win. 8-4-1 to start. Let's take a look and see who our scoring leaders are. And it's Alex Ovechkin. Not a shocker. We got to keep our eyes on 50-50 with Alex. He's down to an 89 overall. We have to watch that as well. Lots of guys with point per games, including Gambrel, who was our free agent signing for our first line. Doing not too shabby. Our goalies, 901, 828. Look at Villahaven. Villahaven's got some numbers on him. Let's get another month through here. If we can keep that that nice pace, 8-4-1, not too shabby to start. Not going to lie. I'm pretty happy with that. But regular season and postseason are two different breeds. Two different beasts that we have to tame to win that Stanley Cup. Couple of wins to start. Montreal again causing some problems for us. But we back up that loss with a win against the Ottawa Senators, a win against the Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals, and the Chicago Blackhawks gets us to 15 wins, 16 against the Boston Bruins, 17 against the Wild. A loss to the Vegas Golden Knights brings us back-to-back losses as well, the Flames, but we win against the Coyotes, back-to-back wins. 4 goals against the Arizona Coyotes. I want to call them Phoenix Coyotes, but we scored 15 in 2 games. 19-7-1 through 2 months. Alexander Ovechkin, 21-27. Off the pace a little bit, but still 41 points after 2 months is disgusting. 35 for Konechny. Alavara is doing not too shabby with 29. Kotkaniemi, 25. Where's our rookie on the third line? He's down here, not doing too shabby with 18 points in 27 games. Goaltending. 14-6-0 for Carter Hart. The goaltending numbers I am enjoying immensely. I am happy with. I'm enjoying this team. I'm enjoying seeing them pick up the wins. I'm enjoying seeing the sprinkling in of the occasional loss, like that one against the Colorado Avalanche. Pick up wins against Dallas, the Flyers. Do we make up for that loss? We sure do. 6-5 win against the Avalanche. Blue Jackets and the Canucks with back-to-back wins. The loss against the Detroit Red Wings, but a win against the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild. We finish up the month with a win against the Vancouver Canucks and a loss to the San Jose Sharks. 30-10-1 so far on the season. We don't need to watch the Ovechkin 50-50 watch anymore. He's not on pace. 28 for Oliveira, 56 points for Ovechkin, 46 for Oliveira. Konechny 45, 39 for Tkachuk. Lots of guys on that point per game pace, which you love to see. Goaltending, 25-9-0. I'd like the save percentage and the goals against average to be up and down, but they're respectable. Villahainen. Decent. Very decent. Let's go back. Let's get through another month. Let's whip through this. I want a Stanley Cup right away. 77% locker room chemistry, by the way. We can go all the way down to here. The trade deadline will be coming up in February. We've got to keep our eyes on that. Pittsburgh Penguins hand us a W. Thank you very much. Buffalo Sabres, another win. Don't need to look at any coaches. We're in good shape right now. 3 wins to start the month. 4 wins to start the month with that win against the Panthers. We go up against the LA Kings. And we get our first loss of the month after a 4-game win streak. That's a 2-game losing streak. But we get back on the winning ways against the Vancouver Canucks. The Ottawa Senators make that a loss. A win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. A loss against the Rangers. Interesting. 36-14-1. Heading into February. Here's where we have to start looking at our changes. We have been scouting. We're doing okay. We're at 76 overall morale. Let's see who the issue is here now. Again, the rules for the Masters, crashandrews.com/masters. Juleson is a little upset, which I'm okay with. Chason, I don't think we're using. He's down. Is he in the NHL? Do we have him on our 4th line? Or is he a scratch? I think those guys are scratched. That's why they're not happy. Do they fit here better? I think Chason's going to fit better than Janmark. That's a +3 now. That's fine. I'm okay with that. And I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do to fix that. For some reason, the coach just doesn't like putting guys on the 3rd line defense. I almost want to run through with this squad. I'm going to go to the trade deadline. See how things work out for us. But I think we're in actually good shape. This is a decent lineup. And we're going to be at 40 wins by the time the trade deadline comes around. We're going to be at 40 wins by the end of this week. Dang it, Nashville. Still at 39 wins. Boone Jenner a 5th and a 5th for a 3rd and a 5th. We're not using Boone Jenner. We did it for the memes. We're going to accept this trade. We're going to do that. We get our 40th win against the Calgary Flames. Vegas Golden Knights and the Coyotes wins. Do we get another win against the Calgary Flames? We sure do. An overtime one, but we'll take it. We've got a commanding lead on the division in the Pacific. We lose to the Kings 7-4. Another loss against the Capitals. Garnet Hathaway. We're going to take a look at the player info. We're not excited. 77 overall. We've got no information on him. We're going to decline. We do get a win against the Golden Knights again. We're in decent shape. I like this team. I don't think that there's going to be much that we can do. We're going to go to the search players. We're going to try and find another player that might work for the fourth line. That's the only place I think we really need, that we really need improvement on. We're searching everybody because I'm an idiot. Welcome here. Let's go all positions forward. Let's go third line checking. Let's search those guys. We want the value to be lower. Let's actually go bottom. Take a look at the bottom valued guys and work our way up. Josh Anderson sims well. Let's see what we got here. Who are we not using? We're not using Juleson. He's not happy. And Janmark. Carolina's going to have more skaters in their system, so let's try and see if there's anybody with low value that we can also bring in that will make sense for this team. Zach Aston Reese, low value, doesn't fit the team. Alexander Steen, forward line 2. Top 6 is pretty decent right now. Who else do we want to bring in? Denton Heinen doesn't fit the squad. Yoel Armia. That's always a guy you want to look for in your franchises, by the way. Shattenkirk, Reese. Brian Duleman. Devin Taves. Now we're getting into higher valued guys. Who's somebody that we can store in the AHL? Dylan DeMilio. Rejected. Let's add a pick. Let's just add cheese picks here. Will another 5 do it? No. Will a 4 do it? No. How about no 6? You get a 5. No. Let's do 2 4s. I know I deleted one. We're going to add one right back in. Not enough yet. What about 3 4s? This is how I trade. I could give him up. I could give up that 3 that's at the top, and we may have to. Wow. Come on now. Come on now. No, I don't want to add to their side. They're already being sticklers as it is. We got to get this deal done. Let's just add a 2. We're going to keep a 3. Oh, come on. You'd have to put Brian Dumoulin on waivers, you say? And you don't want to lose him? That's how you fix that. Make sure you read what they're talking. We're going to go to roster moves. We'll make sure that those guys are... We want Anderson on our squad. Emilio. I really don't want Dulamon. I don't think he fit this squad. If we lose him to waivers, we lose him to waivers. We're going to go cancel here. Let's get... Is he already up? Anderson? Guy, yeah, he's there already. Perfect. Okay, let's send those guys down. We lose them both to the St. Louis Blues. Fantastic. Enjoy them. I didn't need them. Let's flip those guys back. Wow, these were kind of messed up, weren't they? I think it was when we did the auto GM that it messed up our lines. That's fine. It happens. We move on. Doesn't really fit. Fantastic. Do any of these guys actually fit the fourth line? Alavaro, who's an 87, is going to fit better. Love to see it. Let's make Anderson a grinder and let's move on. Let's go win us our Stanley Cup. Again, the scouting, something I'd love to see updated. Scouting that you can actually trust. That's been my experience, is the scouting is so sketchy. Because we brought Anderson in. He was scouted as a fourth liner on our squad. Didn't fit the fourth line. It's a +3. It was a +3. We got a 81 in there instead of a 79. I'm good. Let's keep moving on. That's the move that we're making at the trade deadline. 72 overall. Team morale. Roster looks good. We're winning games. Let's go to the end of the season. We're going to make the playoffs. I need a new chair. The Kings. The Kings have our number for some reason. They may not make the playoffs, which is good. There's 4 wins in a row. Can we make it 5 against Carolina? We sure can. 6 against Pittsburgh. We have qualified for the playoffs, I believe. We've won the division. Ooh. Man, we got a handful of wins there. Lost to the Predators, a win against the Buffalo Sabres. San Jose, win. Philadelphia Flyers, that's a loss. Vegas Golden Knights, win. Here we go. Coyotes, that's a win. We all know that. Winnipeg Jets, that's a loss. We're not going to hit 60 wins. We're going to stay in the 50s. A 1-0 loss against the Flames. Interesting. Win against the Avalanche. A loss against Dallas. Finishes our season. 119. We do win the President's Trophy. That boosts up our morale. We are up to a 76. Let's take a look at the squad. Ovechkin did deteriorate. He was a 90, I believe, to start. 87 points. Alavara, 87 points as well. Almost 50 goals for each. Decent scoring all the way across. Let's take a look at our goalies. 47-17 with 909. The numbers came down for Villahainen, but decent backup. Now, playoffs. Let's see if we can get through these here really quickly. We do face the Minnesota Wild in the first round. I always sim the first 3. That's a win. That's a win. That's a loss. We're up 2-1. Can we make it 3-1? Up 3-1. You know what? Let's go through here. It's an elimination game. We're going to sim it. After 1, bad guys down or up 1-0. 3-1, we're probably not going to come back on this one, so I'm going to fast sim it. It's 4-1. Jordan Greenway leading the way with a handful of goals. So that's 3-2. Can we close it out in game 6? We're in Minnesota. Let's sim the game. Let's do this the same way. 3-1 Edmonton. Konechny, Eriksson Ek, and Gambrel. Tatar from Minnesota. After 2. 4-2. Gambrel again. We're on to the next round. Kotkaniemi with an empty netter to close it out. We beat them in 5. Move on to the second round where we met the San Jose Sharks last time and we lost. The San Jose Sharks did beat the Vancouver Canucks. Do we have to face them again? I am hoping that's a big no. Retribution, maybe? Here we go. That's a win. That's a win. That's a loss. Can we make it another win? It's an elimination game. Let's get rid of the San Jose Sharks, please. One after 1. We had Kotkaniemi. They had Burns. After 2. 2 after 2. I'm going to fast sim this one because I want to beat the Sharks as quick as possible. 4-3. Let's go. The rookie with a power play goal is the game winner. We're on to the third round, the Western Conference Finals. We exercised the demons of last season. We beat the Sharks in the second round. Let's go. Come on. Who do we face next? Who do we got next? Who's next? It's going to be the Predators. Here we go. That's a win. That's a loss. That's a win. We're up 2-1. Can we make it 3-1? That's 3-1. We're a win away. And I always like watching the trophy. Let's sim the game. Let's get through the first 2 periods. Up 2-0. Prusek and Kotkaniemi. 3-1. Tkachuk getting that third goal. Power play. Alex Ovechkin. Mike Hoffman. Makes it 4-2. Another power play. Oh, boys. Look at the shots. We're doubling them up on shots, basically. Gambrel scores. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna make this a computer-on-computer game. We're gonna wear the oil drop. We gotta wear the oil drop. There it is. And for the Predators, if they have it. Where's the mustard? There it is. Game settings. We've got to make it sure that it's true broadcast. It is. Let's go win this trophy. Let's go fight for a Stanley Cup. It's an EA game, though. I counted chickens before they hatched. Let's not do that. Let's win this game. .230 to go. We're up 5-2. That jersey matchup is disgusting, by the way. I'd love to see that. Puck dumped in. Back to Ellis. In the slot for Sissons. Back to Ellis. In the corner for Pitlick. Hit by Sanheim. Brought out by Tkachuk. Over to Kotkaniemi. Less than a minute to go. Shot. Save Lundqvist. Is that Hank? In Nashville? .45 seconds to go here. Butcher to Kotkaniemi, over to Tkachuk, behind the net. Swings out, shot, Lundqvist the save, covers up. 39 seconds to go. We're heading to the Stanley Cup Finals. in Season 4 with the Edmonton Oilers. Malkin with the win. We thought about bringing Malkin in and decided at the last second that he was too expensive. Shot, Carter Hart at the save, 30 seconds to go. We need this game to move. Austin Matthews leading the way for scoring. So if he's still on Toronto, that might be who we're up against in the Stanley Cup Finals. Win by Malkin over to Yossi. Ellis with the puck at the blue line. Back to Yossi. Over to Ellis. Back to Yossi. Over to Ellis. Tolavainen to Yossi? I can't remember now. Doesn't matter. 16 seconds left. Arvidsson tries to sneak it into the side. Kotkaniemi brings it over. 10 seconds to go. Big shot by Ovechkin. The great 10. 4 seconds to go. Your Western Conference Finals winners will be your Edmonton Oilers. We're heading to the Stanley Cup. We end the season of the Nashville Predators in Edmonton. There's Sanheim. Carter Hart. They got to bring this jersey back. Come on, Edmonton. Figure it out. Here comes the handshakes. There's Ovechkin with the C. I don't change the player numbers, obviously. I just let it automatically go wherever it wants to. Don't you touch it. Don't touch it. Here we go. Let's go find out who we're going to face in the Stanley Cup Finals. Your final score tonight, 5-2. 42 shots to 24. Kachuk a goal and 3 assists. Kotkaniemi a goal and 2 assists. Gambrell a goal and 2 assists. Your first line playing stellar. We head to the Stanley Cup Finals. It's either going to be Washington. It's Washington. I was going to say it's either going to be Washington or Toronto. It's Ovechkin's former team. We sim the first 3. That's a win. That's a loss. That's a win. We're up 2-1. Can we make it 3-1? We can. For all the marbles. Ooh, 3-1 after 1. Sam Bennett getting out on the scoring as well. 3-2 after 2. 4-2 Ovechkin. Not counting chickens. Ovechkin again. Let's go. 5-2. 10 to go. It's an EA game. I am not counting chickens. Under 2 to go. Let's watch it. It's a CPU versus CPU game. We're tied in offense. They've got better defense. Our goaltending is a hell of a lot better. Let's get our proper alternate on. Capitals. If the Screaming Eagle is here, we're going Screaming Eagle. We need the Screaming Eagle. Is the Screaming Eagle in this game? It sure is. Nope. Go back. Go back. We need the Screaming Eagle. I got a little excited there. Season number 4, Stanley Cup Finals. For all the marbles. Minute 33, 5 to go. Or we're up 5-2, not 5 to go. There's Cole. Gives it up. Streaking up the side. Eriksson Ek tries to get it in. Ovechkin can't plant it. Less than a minute to go here. There's Cole. Oshie. Over to Ovechkin. That was so wrong. Gardner to Ovechkin. Back to Mete. Konechny. Back to Eriksson Ek. Mete has the puck. Gets bumped off by Fasca. There's 35 to go in the third period. Goal goes over the blue line for the Washington Capitals. 29 seconds to go. Shot blocked. Victor Mete with the puck over the blue line. Gets over the red line. 23 seconds left. Mete still with the puck. Passes it over to Eriksson Ek. Shot. Rebound. Cleaned up by Washington. Oshie trying to get out of the zone. He's held up. Ovechkin gets the puck over to Konechny. Over the blue line. Shot. Save. Shot. Scores. 9.2 seconds left. I can't yell. My kids are asleep upstairs. Let's go. Travis Konechny, his second goal tonight, 6th of the playoffs. Good save, bad rebound though. Right back on the stick of Konechny. Makes it 6-2. We're going to win this one at home. Kotkaniemi goes in for the face-off. Looks like it's against Kuznetsov. Butcher has the puck, just needs to kill the clock. Kotkaniemi over the blue line, dangles, 2 seconds left. Samsonov covers up, 1.2 seconds left. Turn out the lights. The party is over. Your Edmonton Oilers will be your Stanley Cup champions. There she is, the Stanley Cup. Season 4. The quietest barn in all the land with a second left before their team wins the Stanley Cup. I love that we have Matthew Tkachuk on this team. On the Edmonton Oilers. Kotkaniemi with a quick shot. Your Edmonton Oilers. Your Stanley Cup champions. That's our first with Carter Hart, by the way. I'm taking a picture for Deke Slayer. I have to. It always feels so darn good to win a Stanley Cup in this game. I can complain about the scouting. I can complain about the AI. It feels so darn good. Clefbaum, we traded away and brought him back. I believe he's the only Okahara is on here too. I can't remember if we kept him or if we let him go. Either way, I like trading. I don't like keeping players. If we don't win cups, we trade away players. Matthew Tkachuk is your Conn Smythe Trophy winner. 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. Seems weird. Still, I'm not going to complain. Matthew Tkachuk is a Conn Smythe winner for the Edmonton Oilers. Just feels so good to say. Sanheim was already 8. We have Ovechkin is number 10. He's going to go pick up that Stanley Cup from the commissioner. Still has the yellow laces. I love it. Here we go. Who gets it next? Eriksson Ek, our free agent signing. He was an 85 overall. He only wanted about $1.4 million. We had to bring him in as an 85. There's Travis Sanheim, former Calgary Hitman. Go another lap. Nobody wants it. Go another lap. Be greedy. And then give it to Carter Hart. I'm speechless. I love this part. I love being able to figure out the puzzle and win a Stanley Cup. Carter Hart couldn't get it done last season. We kept him. We had faith. Masters Season 4 with the Edmonton Oilers. There's your Stanley Cup. If you haven't done already, hit subscribe, hit notifications. Go see me over at twitch.tv/crash_Andrews. We did it. See you on the next video.